So if everyone just wants to come, we're going to come find a Tadasana. So in Tadasana, your feet are just stacked underneath your hips. You can have a little bit of space between your feet if you need to, or you can really have your heels touching each other. Your arms are down to your sides, palms are facing the front. I'm going to activate our legs. So engaging your thighs, like you're trying to lift up your kneecaps, and maybe a little tilt of your tailbone or tilting of your pelvis. So you're just tucking in your tailbone a little bit just to engage your core. Your shoulders are rolled down away from your ears, shoulders are relaxed. And when you're ready, you're just closing your eyes. Trying to find some stillness. I'm going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Going to take a big breath in through the nose, filling up your lungs, and sighing out through your mouth. Again, inhale in through your nose, and sighing. Coming back to normal breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Trying to let go of any expectations for the day or for this practice. Just allowing yourself this time to just move mindfully, to move with your breath. Trying to withhold any judgment from yourself. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling. Maybe placing a word. Start to deepen your breath. So every inhale, really filling up your lungs as much as you can. Almost like you're trying to send your breath all the way down to the tips of your toes. And nice long exhales. As you inhale now, raising your arms up above your head. Really stretching up towards the ceiling, hands are apart, fingers are out nice and wide. Maybe you're starting to open up your eyes. Bringing your hands together, exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise up. As you exhale, you're going to bring your arms down. We're finding a cactus. So your legs are straight. I'm just bending so you can see. So you're finding a cactus arms here. Nice 90-degree angle with your forearms and your upper arms. Inhale, arms go up, palms touch. Exhale, cactus. So we're not bringing in the back bend yet. We're still keeping our spines neutral. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, cactus. We're just coming into our breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Beautiful. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Holding here, inhale. As you exhale, bringing your elbows to touch in front of your face. Inhale, open. Exhale, touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Still keeping your legs active. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, opening. Exhale, relaxing your hands down to your sides. Going to do some neck stretching here. So bringing your right ear down to your right shoulder. Maybe bringing your right hand on top of the side of your head to deepen the side stretch. Keep breathing. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale over to the other side. Keep breathing. Inhale, coming back up. As you exhale, bringing chin down to your chest, stretching the back of your neck. Inhale, coming back up to center. Option to look up to the ceiling. Being careful with your neck here if you have any neck injuries. We're just slowly peeling our gaze up towards the ceiling and coming back to the center. I'm just going to tilt this quickly so you can see a bit better. We're standing at the front of the mat. So coming to stand at the front of your mat if you aren't already. Standing in Tadasana. Coming up onto the tips of your toes. Bringing your heels as high up off the ground as is comfortable for you. Really engaging your lower legs, your upper legs, maybe trying to squeeze your ankles together. Inhale. As you exhale, bringing your heels back down to the ground, starting to bend your legs, arms sweep up, finding a chair pose. Trying to tilt your tailbone a little bit, so almost like your pelvis is a bowl. So you're tilting your tailbone so that you're lifting up the bowl towards the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, bringing your chest down towards your thighs, arms come out behind you like you're about to dive into a swimming pool. Inhale, coming up to chair. Exhale, dive. Inhale, up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, up. As you exhale, folding forwards. Arms come all the way down, nice bend in your knees, bringing your chest down towards your thighs, relaxing your neck, so letting your head hang. Inhale, finding halfway lift, hands come up your shins, flattening your back, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, high mountain, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing your hands down to your sides. Inhale, coming up onto the tips of your toes again. You're gonna hold here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, heels come down, bending your knees, arms sweep up for chair pose, tucking that tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, diving. Inhale, chair. Exhale, dive. Option to come onto the tips of your toes as you're diving, just a suggestion. Inhale, chair. Exhale, dive. Inhale, chair. As you exhale, folding forward, hands come down. Nice, deep forward fold. Maybe taking your feet hip-width distance apart. Really good bending your knees, letting your hands find opposite elbows and just rocking from side to side. And coming back to the center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come up your shins. As you exhale, placing your hands, we're stepping all the way back to downward facing dog. Taking some time to settle in here, so pedaling out your legs a bit. Trying to find a beautiful upside down V shape with your body, so fingers out nice and wide. Shoulders roll down away from your ears. Your feet are hip-width distance apart. You can have a bend in your knees if you have tight hamstrings. And you're looking towards your inner thighs, so lengthening the back of your neck. Staying here for 2 more rounds of breath. As you inhale, coming onto the tips of your toes, rocking over your wrists, coming to find a high plank. Exhale, pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, tippy toes, rocking forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, tippy toes, rocking forward. As you exhale, dropping your knees down to the mat and lowering yourself all the way down, elbows bent. Inhale, coming up for a cobra. So lifting up your belly, lifting up your heart space. And exhale, tucking your toes, pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. Exhale, slowly crisscross, walking your feet all the way to the front. We're coming to find a really nice deep forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up above your head. Palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move through a few rounds of sun salutation A together. You can do any variation of the flow that you'd like to. So you can have your knees up or knees down when you're doing your lowering down to the mat. It's completely up to you. So starting together, inhale, arms rise up, high mountain. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands, stepping back, high plank. Moving through your flow. Upward facing dog or cobra. And back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. Exhale, step or walk to the front, coming to find forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times together. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands, stepping back, high plank, flowing. Meeting everyone in downward facing dog. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. Exhale, step or walk to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up, high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Next one movement, one breath. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands, stepping back, high plank, moving through your flow. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. Exhale, step, walk, or jump to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing hands down to your sides, palms facing the front. Coming back to your breath. Taking your feet out now to the width of your mat. So like your toes are pointing outwards a little bit. We're going to come down to find Malasana. So hands can be at your heart. Going as far down as you like to, finding a nice deep squat. So trying to bring yourself really nice and low, keeping your heels on the ground if you can. You can put a cushion underneath your hips if this is too uncomfortable for you. Just coming to your breath. Taking your right hand, you're going to place it to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, left arm rises up to the ceiling. Option to stay here or start taking your left hand behind you as you're opening up your arms. Inhale, coming back, your hand to center. Exhale, both hands to heart center. Okay, we're going to go on to the other side, placing your left hand to the outside of your left leg. Inhale, right arm rises. Option to stay here or taking your hand a little bit further back, opening across your chest. Keep breathing. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, both hands to heart. Slowly, as you inhale, raising yourself all the way up. Beautiful. Bringing your feet back together. Finding your Tadasana, hands at your sides. Inhale, arms rise up, high mountain. Exhale, side stretch over to the right, leaning. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, leaning to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands, stepping back, high plank, moving through your flow, or you can just meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. As you exhale, placing your foot between your hands, we're coming to find a low lunge. So if you do need to use your hand to help you get there, that's perfectly fine. Making sure that your front knee is in line with your front ankle. Your back foot is active. You're pushing your heel away. We're going to prepare for Warrior One now. So in Warrior One, your back foot is coming down onto the mat to a 45-degree angle. As you inhale, you raise your arms up, finding a nice bend in your front knee. So important in Warrior One, trying to get your hips square to the front of your mat. So you don't want your hips to open up. Imagine like there's some lights on both hip bones. So you're going to tilt yourself towards the front so your lights are both facing the same direction. If you're struggling to get them square, you can also take your back foot out a little bit, like you're standing on two train tracks. So then you might find that your hips are now square. Arms are up. Shoulders roll down away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your hands to meet at your lower back, intertwining your fingers. Inhale, finding a gentle back bend, opening up your chest. As you exhale, folding for Humble Warrior. So bringing your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee, your arms are up. Trying to relax your neck. Next, inhale, lifting yourself back up. Exhale, unbinding your fingers. Inhale, arms rise up. Warrior One. Exhale, hands come down, framing your front foot. Preparing, finding your low lunge again, stepping back, high plank, moving through your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, low lunge on the other side. Preparing for Warrior One, back foot goes down to a 45-degree angle. Nice bend in your front knee. Inhale, arms rise up. Taking some time again to correct your hips. Standing onto railway tracks with your legs if you need to. Shoulders roll down away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, hands meet at your lower back. Inhale, gentle back bend. Arms going all the way down. Exhale, Humble Warrior. Right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Letting your neck relax. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, unbinding your fingers. Inhale, arms rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, framing your front foot. Coming back into your low lunge, stepping both feet back, high plank, option to flow. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. As you exhale, step, walk, or jump to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up above your head. High mountain, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise up, high mountain. Exhale, side stretch to the right, leaning over like half moon. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, leaning over to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands, stepping back, high plank, option to flow. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, low lunge, preparing for warrior one. Back foot goes down at 45. Inhale, arms rise up. Holding here for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands meet at your lower back, intertwining. Inhale, back bend, opening up across your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Relaxing your neck. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, unbinding your fingers. Inhale, arms rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. Back foot coming back into a low lunge, stepping back, high plank, option to flow. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, foot between your hands, lower lunge, preparing for warrior one. Back foot at 45. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhaling here. Inhale. Exhale, hands meet at your lower back. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder to the inside of your right knee, relaxing your neck. Inhale, coming back up. Unbinding your fingers. Arms rise up, warrior one. Hands come down, low lunge. Option to flow, both feet back, high plank. And meeting everyone in downward facing dog. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. Exhale, step, walk, or jump to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up, high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a few breaths here, bringing your hands down to your sides, palms facing the front. We're going to move through this flow one more time with some variations. So just try to keep moving with your breath. At any time you feel like you need a break or you feel like a pose is not working for you today, that's perfectly fine. You're welcome to take any variations or modifications that work for you. Remembering to move without judgment. Inhale, arms rise up, high mountain. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, back bend. Sending your hips forward, tilting your tailbone or tucking your tailbone, looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands, step or jump back, high plank, moving through your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, low lunge. Warrior one, back foot is down. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands meet at your lower back. Inhale, opening up your heart space, leaning back. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, unbinding your fingers, arms rise up. From here, we're gonna move into a high crescent lunge. So if you need to, you can place your hands on the ground, coming back onto the ball of your back foot. Or you can move straight into it. So arms are up. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching forward, leaning your chest forward, arms going forward. You can stay like this, or maybe coming to find a warrior three. So in warrior three, you're lifting your back foot up. You can also bring your hands to your heart center to begin. Lifting your back foot up, keeping your raised foot flexed. If you do need extra balance, you can place your hands on the ground. If you're looking for more of a challenge, either send your arms out in front of you, or maybe arms go out behind you. Trying to drop your right hip down a little bit so that your hips are square with the ground. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, gently placing your raised foot back down, low lunge. Stepping back, high plank. Option to flow. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, low lunge, preparing warrior one. Back foot is down. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands meet at your lower back. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder inside of your right knee. Inhale, coming back up. Unbinding your fingers, arms rise up. You can move straight into your high crescent, or maybe your hands come down, coming back onto the ball of your back foot. Slowly rising your arms up. Inhale, reaching forward, sending your chest forward. Option to stay here or moving into warrior three. You can start with your hands at your heart, gently lifting your back foot up, keeping a flex in your raised foot. You can take the same variation with your arms as you did on the other side. Remember to drop your left hip down this time, squaring your hips. You can also have your hands on the ground for support. Inhale. Exhale, gently placing your back foot all the way back down, low lunge, both feet to the back, high plank, option to flow. Inhale, bending your knees, looking to the front. Exhale, step, walk or jump to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands coming down to your sides, palms facing the front. If you would like to have a sip of water, you can now. Just gonna stand here for a few rounds of breath. Checking in with your body, checking in with yourself. Big breath in through your nose, filling up your lungs. And sighing. Again, inhale. Sighing. Coming back to normal breathing. Hands coming to your heart center. We're moving into our Malasana again. So taking your feet out to the width of your mat, letting your toes point out at about a 45-degree angle. Slowly lowering yourself down, bending your knees, coming to find a nice deep squat. Placing your left hand to the outside of your left foot or left leg, raising your right arm up. Option to stay here, looking up towards your raised hand, or taking your hand a little bit further back, deepening the opening. Inhale. Exhale, hands coming back to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, placing your right hand to the outside of your right leg, left arm rises. You can stay like this, or taking your hand a little bit further back, following with your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, both hands coming back to heart center. On your next inhale, slowly engaging your legs, lifting yourself all the way up to standing. Heel toeing your feet together. You're going to lift up your right foot now, taking your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. So we're coming to find a nice wide-legged stance. So your feet are parallel with the sides or with the top and bottom of your mat. Arms are out nice and wide, so coming to find like a star pose. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, hands come down, arms are parallel to the ground, turning your left foot towards the front of your mat. Preparing for warrior two, so nice bend in your front knee. Your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Arms are strong and parallel to the floor, and you're looking over your front middle finger. Inhale, reaching your arm forward. Exhale, flipping your hand, reversing your warrior, raising left arm all the way up, keeping the same nice bend in your front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, forearm comes down to your left thigh, extended side angle. Right arm rises. Option to frame your face with both of your arms. Taking this a little bit further. Inhale, coming back up, warrior two. Exhale, straightening your front leg. Heel turn your back foot in a little bit. So you're just making your stance a little bit narrower. Front leg nice and bent. Inhale, reaching forward. Keep going. We're coming to find triangle pose. So the back of your left hand is on the inside of your left leg. Arms are strong and straight, looking up towards your right hand. Keep breathing. Trying to draw your left hip back a little bit. Inhale, looking down to your front toes. Exhale, little bend in your front knee, coming all the way back up, arms parallel to the ground. Both feet coming in now, so feet are parallel with the outside of your mat. Taking your stance a bit wider again. Arms coming up, star pose. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, hands come down, arms parallel to the ground, turning your right foot to point the back of your mat. Preparing for warrior two, nice bend in your front knee. Making sure that your front knee is in line with your front ankle. Front heel in line with the arch of your back foot. Looking over your right fingertips. Inhale, reaching forward, flipping your front hand. Exhale, reversing your warrior, raising your arm all the way up. Gently resting on your back leg. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm comes down onto your thigh. Left arm rises up, nice straight line. Option to raise both arms up with your thigh, framing your face with both of your arms. Keep breathing. Inhale, coming back up, warrior two. Exhale, straightening your front leg. Heel turn your back foot in a little bit. Moving into triangles. So inhale, reaching forward with your right hand. Keep going and tilting your arms. Arms are straight, looking up towards your left hand. Trying to draw your right hip back a little bit. Feeling the deepening of the stretch on the back of your right leg as you do this. Inhale, looking down at your front toes. Micro bend in your front knee, coming all the way back up. Bringing both toes to face the right side of your mat. And we're just going to bring our heels inwards. Hands can be on your hips to begin. Arms rise up. Star, looking up. Inhale. Exhale, bending your knees. Arms sweeping underneath. Arms rise up. Straightening your legs. Inhale. Exhale, bending, sweeping. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands coming to your hips, taking your heels out so feet are parallel again. We're coming to find a nice wide forward fold. So you can take your feet as far apart as is comfortable for you. Hands at the hips, we're just tilting forward, coming to find a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can rest your hands down on the ground. Walking both of your hands over to your left ankle or left shin. Maybe taking your right hand to the outside of your left leg so you're also finding a nice side stretch. Inhale, finding some space, belly up. Exhale, folding down over your left leg. Keep breathing. Inhale, releasing, walking your hands back through center, all the way over to your right leg. Maybe taking your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, finding some space. And exhale, folding down over your right leg. Letting your neck relax as you fold. Inhale, lifting yourself back up, walking your hands back to the center. In the center, placing your left hand on the ground, gonna raise your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling, looking up towards your right hand. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes back down. Folding down. Left hand coming to the center. Inhale, right arm rises. Holding for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes back down. Folding nice and deep. Bringing your hands to find your hips. Nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. Next, inhale, hinging at your hips, lifting yourself all the way up to standing. Beautiful, everyone, nice and slow. You're going to turn your left foot so that your feet are pointing towards the front of your mat. Cartwheeling your hands down, bending your front knee, finding your low lunge, stepping back to a downward facing dog. Pedaling out your legs a bit. Inhale. Exhale, dropping your knees down to the mat. We're coming to find a tabletop. So in your tabletop, wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Just doing a little bit of free movement here. This is, I find, the best pose to just move freely. So you can really stretch so many parts of your body. Good. Then coming back to your neutral tabletop. I'm going to be on my fists because of my wrist injury. You're going to stay down on your hands if your wrist feels okay. As you inhale, looking up towards the ceiling, dropping your belly, lifting your tailbone, finding cow. As you exhale, tucking your chin to your chest, tucking your tailbone, arching your spine for cat. Inhale, looking up, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to your neutral spine now. Bringing your big toes to touch, knees coming out to the sides of your mat, coming to find a child's pose. We're keeping this child's pose active. We're not staying here for very long. So keeping your forearms and your elbows up off the mat. Inhale, walking your hands a little bit further forward, coming to find like a melted heart pose. So arms are out. You can come down onto your chin or onto your forehead. Your hips are going to be up a little bit here. And then placing your elbows down, forearms are down. You're rocking over your elbows, coming to find Sphinx pose. So lowering your whole body down to the mat. You're on your forearms. Arms are making like an 11 shape. Fingers are out nice and wide. Shoulders roll down away from your ears. And you're just looking about a foot in front of your hands. So keeping, you don't want to crunch the back of your neck. So nice gentle back bend. Inhale. As you exhale, lowering yourself all the way down to the mat, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. So you're just resting on your chin, just wiggling your hips a little bit from side to side, releasing any pressure in your lower back. As you inhale, coming up to a cobra or a baby cobra. So in baby cobra, just your heart space is up. In full cobra, your heart space and your belly is up. Option to stay like this for a couple of breaths. Or you're going to look towards the right side, look towards your right shoulder. Coming back to the center, looking over to your left shoulder. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, pushing yourself all the way up onto your knees, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, Exhale, foot between your hands, low lunge. Going to move into a lizard pose now. So dropping your back knee down and tucking your toes. Going to heel toe your left foot out so that both of your hands are on the inside of your left foot. Once you've taken your foot out, pointing your left toes towards the left side of your mat. So like your foot is at a bit of a 45-degree angle versus just pointing straight. Just pointing the toes out to the side of it. Option to stay like this. Inhale. Or as you exhale, you're going to lower yourself down, maybe down onto your forearms, maybe down onto a pillow. This is just an option here. If being on your hands is deep enough, you can also stay like that. You're going to stay here for a few breaths. If you're down on your forearms, inhale, lifting yourself back up. Exhale, heel turn your foot back to the center of your mat. So both hands are framing your left foot. Start to straighten your left leg. We're coming to find half split. So straightening the left leg, flexing your left foot. Hands are resting on the side, or maybe if you have the balance, arms coming out behind you. Trying to fold down over your extended leg. Keep breathing. Inhale, rocking forward onto the sole of your left foot. Hands framing your left foot. Tucking your back toes, lifting your back knee. Stepping back to a three-legged dog. So lifting your left leg all the way back. And then left foot comes back down, downward facing dog, pedaling out your legs a bit. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, low lunge. Heel, dropping your back knee down, untucking your toes. Heel toeing your right foot out, so both of your hands on the inside of your right foot. And then taking your right toes so that they're pointing towards the outside edge of the right side of your mat at a 45-degree angle. Option to stay like this, or maybe as you exhale, you're going to lower yourself down onto your forearms or onto a pillow, deepening your lizard stretch. Remember to keep breathing. Beautiful, everyone. If you're on your forearms, inhale, lifting yourself back up onto your hands. Exhale, heel toeing your right foot back to the center, so hands are framing your right foot. And then starting to straighten your right leg, coming back, keeping a nice flex in your right foot. Trying to fold down over your extended leg. Maybe your arms go out behind you if you have the balance today. Just remember to draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep breathing. Inhale, walking your hands to the front, coming back onto the sole of your right foot. Rooting down through your fingertips, tucking your back toes, lifting your back knee, coming back to a three-legged dog, right leg rises. And exhale, foot comes back down, downward facing dog, pedaling out your legs a bit. Dropping your knees down to the mat now, knees are together, heels are together, coming back to sit on your heels. So option to stay like this, or you're gonna come onto the tips of your toes. You're sitting back on your heels like this. So this is called screaming toes. Taking your little pinky toe, just releasing your little pinky toe a bit, taking it out. Resting your hands on your knees to begin. Of course, you can stay on the backs of your feet. If this is too uncomfortable for you, you can also come out of screaming toes at any point. Option to raise your arms up. Arms are framing your face. Trying to tuck your belly towards your spine. So really engaging your core. You're going to stay here for 5 rounds of breath. Maybe closing your eyes. After your last exhale, placing your hands back down on the ground. If you have your toes tucked, coming back onto the backs of your feet and just tapping your toes a little bit. And coming back to sit on your heels. Also, option for a counter stretch. This is just an option, lifting your knees up. And then coming back to sit on your heels. You can stay like this, or we're gonna find hero pose. So in hero pose, you're taking your feet out to either side of your hips, and you're sitting in the space between where your heels were. So if you do have any knee injuries or knee stress, I recommend staying away from hero pose and rather just sitting on your heels. You can also, like Ty is doing, you can sit on a block. So you can put on a block or a cushion underneath your hips to help a little bit here. We're gonna stay like this. Hands coming out onto your shoulders. Just doing some rolling with your shoulders. And inhale, both arms rise up. As you exhale, bending your left elbow, so your your left hand is coming to find the space behind your neck or between your shoulder blades. Right hand is coming on top of your left elbow, pushing your left elbow down. Keep breathing. Inhale, releasing, both arms go up towards the ceiling. Hands onto your shoulders, doing some circles with your shoulders. And then inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, bending your right elbow, right hand comes to find the space between your shoulder blades. Left hand coming on top of your elbow, pushing your elbow down so your hand moves down your back. Keep breathing. Inhale, releasing, arms go up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands onto your shoulders, doing some more circles. And then placing your hands on the ground in front of you. If you are in hero pose, just lifting your hips up, bringing your heels back together. Coming down onto your heels and then just rocking over onto one side so you can send your legs out in front of you. We're going to get ready to come down onto the mat. Going to come to find a boat pose. So lifting your legs up so your legs are parallel to the mat. You can keep your hands behind your thighs for extra support, making sure that your legs are active, so either flexed or pointed. Inhale. As you exhale, we're finding a low boat, so finding a hover. Inhale up. Exhale low. Inhale up, last one. Exhale low, holding there, and then releasing your body down onto the mat. Bringing your knees into your chest, hands on your knees, just rocking a bit from side to side. Massaging your lower back. Maybe try drawing a circle on the ceiling with your kneecaps. And the knees to the center, arms coming out in a T. You can drop your knees over to your left side. So gently just dropping them over, trying to keep your right shoulder on the ground. If you do want a cushion underneath your knees, you can place one there. Option to take the stretch a little bit further, maybe straightening your right leg, holding onto your right foot with your left hand. You can also just stay in the basic stretch, in the basic twist. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. Inhale, releasing your foot if you're holding on. Exhale, bringing both of your knees back to the center. Hands on your knees, rocking a little bit. And then dropping your knees over to the right side, arms out in a T, looking over your left shoulder. Option to straighten your left leg, holding onto your left foot with your right hand. Keep breathing in your twist. And inhale, releasing your leg. Exhale, bringing both of your knees back to the center. You're welcome to rock a little bit here. And then you're going to come up, wrap your arms around your legs, squeezing yourself as tight as you can. If there are any other poses you would still like to do, please feel free to do them. Otherwise, giving yourself a really tight squeeze. And then releasing your legs, releasing your arms, finding Shavasana. Taking your feet out as wide as you'd like to, arms coming out, palms are facing the ceiling. Lengthening the back of your neck, so a little tuck of your chin to your chest. Getting any little wiggles out. And then closing your eyes. Coming to find your Shavasana. Filling up your lungs as much as you can as you inhale. And sighing out through your mouth. Inhale. And sighing. Noticing how soft your breathing has become. And starting to deepen your inhales, deepen your exhales. Taking your time to invite some movement into your fingers, into your toes. Maybe rocking your head a bit from side to side. And then stretching like a really great morning stretch. Arms up above your head, legs together. And then bending your knees, coming to lie in the fetal position on whichever side feels good this morning or this evening. Taking a moment here, keeping your eyes closed. Just noticing how you're feeling after this practice, maybe placing a word to it. And thanking yourself for coming to class today, for being present, and for just moving so beautifully. Trying to keep your eyes closed, slowly pushing yourself up to a seated position. Lengthening up through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms rise up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bowing your head to your hands, acknowledging yourself and acknowledging all of the beautiful beings that surround you every day. Noticing the oneness and treating all with kindness. Thank you so, so much for coming. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.
Namaste.